Hey, okay, I'm glad you sent me this video. It's really heartbreaking to see. And I know I made a comment down in the bottom there, but I had to do a video response. Because you know what? I just couldn't type everything I felt about assholes. Excuse my French, bad language, whatever you want to call it. Excuse it. I don't understand it. People who leave animals, you know, there's other alternatives. I'm sure you have friends, you have family members, you have neighbors, you have somebody, co-workers, somebody you can say, "Hey, can you would you like to have my dog, cat, bird, fish, whatever it is? I don't care what it is. It's an animal." Okay? And if that doesn't work, excuse me. If that does not work, there's always the animal shelter. And I know, here comes the big excuse, what you're saying in your head. Oh, but they'll put them to sleep. Okay, let's weigh the options here. Take them to the animal shelter. They have a pretty good chance of finding another home, of someone who will love them and care for them, unlike you, who has dumped them. Or leave them where you were living, dump them off somewhere else, let them starve to death, let them freeze to death, let them die of heat stroke, let them get hit by a car, let them uh, get killed by someone who lives in that neighborhood just because they don't like animals, let them die because of a broken heart, let them, I don't know. All of that sounds pretty painful to me. And if you weigh the options, like this, you weigh them. I think taking them to the animal shelter is a much better choice because at least they have a chance to get a home. Okay? You leaving them off out in the middle of somewhere or leaving them where you last lived gives them no chance whatsoever. Unless you do have neighbors who can't afford to take it in. But then, you know, that's kind of wrong to impose on somebody like that because they feel sorry. And I'm sure they do love the animal when they take it in like that. But it's just wrong because that animal never fully trusts humans again. It wonders, why? Why did my people leave me? Why did they go away? Why didn't they love me? Why did they leave me? That's, pretty much thoughts that probably go through their heads. And an asshole that would drop an animal, leave an animal, or whatever is just that, an asshole. I'm sorry. There's no excuse to it because there are so many other things you can do. You're just too lazy to get off your tail and try and do something. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that dumps off an animal is just sorry. I don't care. There's nothing you can do to change my mind on that. Uh, if you can't afford to take care of it, there are other options. Try the other options first. Matter of fact, just try the other options. And like I said, the animal shelters are there. Every city has one. As far as I know, just about every city has one. If your city doesn't have one or your town doesn't have one, you can probably drive up the road for 10 or 15 minutes to the next city or town, and guess what? They probably have one. You know, my neighborhood is full of cats that have been left behind, and it makes me sick. There have been a couple I have been able to catch, and I have taken off to the animal shelter because I know I cannot afford to take care of them. Because one, they're sick. I can't afford the vet bills. I don't want my cats to get sick because they're sick. Uh, and I'm sure, I hope, and this is the way I try to think of it, is the animal shelter has found them a good home. I hope. I really do. Uh, that's all I can say is I just hope that they found those stray cats a good home. There's a couple of them out there who a human can get nowhere near, which means either they're so upset over the fact that they were left here by their human, or their human was abusive to them, which I think in the case of two of them, they were abused. You can see just the fear of being touched, the fear of being around a human. They haul a tail. Now, me with my kind heart, I do what I can. I put food out for them from time to time. You know, of course, my cats, they come first. They get food first. Then I put food out for the other cats. It's kind of hard to say, but you know, when you get an animal, it's a promise. It's a promise to take care of that animal. It's a promise to love that animal. It's a promise to do everything you can for that animal, because they can't, do it themselves. It's just like a child. You know, would you leave a child somewhere? No, I don't think so. Don't leave an animal either, because it hurts their feelings. I know people say animals don't have feelings. Yes, they have feelings. You know, don't do it. But there are people out there do it. Anyway, it's enough on this subject. I don't want to be all upset and all that today. So, until next time, I'll be seeing you on the YouTube. And don't dump your animals.